Hey Taurus, welcome to Hattie's Hierophant. I am your tarot reader and welcome to Scorpio season. This is your November general reading and you all were so receptive to the extra decks that I brought in for our readings last month. I am doing it this month and going forward. The first card I pulled for us is from the Chakra deck. And the energy that we are going to focus on for November and this reading, I'm going to do it along with you, is that of the soul crown chakra. It is 6 inches above your crown chakra. It is a beautiful, bright gold. And what this chakra is going to enhance is that relationship with Source, determination, inner peace, spirits, your spirit guides. It's really going to open up that energy of protection as well. What we are going to focus on for the month of November specifically is that of universal light. What number do we have here? Oh gosh, we have the number 3 and 4. 3 and 4 equals 7, and 7 is such a spiritual number. And you may even be having spiritual dreams. That's what immediately came into my head. And some of you are dream walkers, dreamscapers. That's what came in my head here. So I'm not sure if you're able to go in other people's dreams, or maybe someone comes up to you and they're like, hey, I had a dream about you. Hey, I dreamt about you, right? And somehow you do things in those dreams for them. That means you're actually a dream walker. So look into that. I saw that immediately for some of you Taurans. Now, let's get on with your general reading, shall we? The center of your reading is the 2 of Swords. So what I'm feeling, and I believe we have a new moon happening on the 31st. So I feel by this new moon, there's something that's just not sitting well with you. You're feeling a little bit indecisive. You're feeling like, I keep hearing like I don't belong. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel comfortable. Should I be here? So I keep getting this energy of making a decision and not knowing what to do. Normally that energy, that card represents not having all the facts, but I feel like you have all the facts and you don't like all the facts. And you realize that if you do make a choice, it's going to require you to do something you really don't want to do, right? Leave a space you don't want to leave. Perhaps turn someone in that's not doing, who's not on the up and up, and perhaps they're a friend or a colleague or someone you like or love. It's just going to put you in a position to where you're like, it's not the most comfortable spot to be in. So you're deciding like, what should I do? Because something's not right, and now I know. Let's go on to your moon energy, and this is where your emotions are, and this is where we also have conversations with spirit. And you have that of the 3 of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Swords. And that's that energy, right? Because that, 5s are transitions, and they're typically uncomfortable. And this is energy of, it's like the reason why you're having such a hard time, because you're like, if I let the powers that be know what's going on, I may get fired, or I may be ridiculed, I may be sought after, and is it really going to help anything or anybody, right? It has you you're in a bit of a pickle. But, because this 3, 3s are action. And I feel like that you're already on your way to a new journey, and this is why you're indecisive, because you're like, I'm leaving anyway. I'm going to do my own thing anyway. And I feel like a lot of you want to go back home. I keep hearing like, I just want to go home, right? I just want to go home. I want to feel comfortable. I want to feel safe. I want to go back to what I know. I want to go back to people and things that are on my frequency. But at the same time, you don't want to leave where you are. It's just this indecisiveness of, what's going to be the best thing for me. Interesting. Now let's move on to your immediate present. To your ego energy. And your ego energy is your sun energy. It's where you are seen and where I see you and where other people see you. And you have that of the Page of Wands, right? This is the whole new beginning of doing, like you're already coming up with the ideas of that new passionate thing, that new job, right? That new thing. You're thinking about it. Which way do I go? Which direction? Because I don't like it here. I don't like the situation I'm in now. Doesn't feel right. Something's not jiving with me. And it feels like a lot of it's beyond your control. But not to worry, my dear Tauran, because pretty soon you will have control, you see, because this is the messenger. This is the messenger from God. This is spirit, right? This is that universal light that we are focusing on. That gold light, that soul chakra. That's what he's focusing on. It's encouraging you in your ego energy. And it's going to give you all the spiritual tools that you need. A lot of you, gosh, I've never picked up on this before, that some of you are, I just keep hearing dreamscaper, dream jumper. For those of you who are in that energy and that resonates with you, this is going to help you get here to where the spiritual bag that spirit has for you to get through these dreams for other people and to help them on their soul journey. It's going to help you see and find those tools. Okay? I know that's very specific, but that's the message. Got it. All right, so I am being drawn to one of these cards in our ancestral deck, and I love the ancestral deck. It's such a spiritual, delicious gift. And I'm being drawn to the fire guardian for you. I pulled this earlier, and on the card it says ignite your passions, right? Ignite your passions. Ignite your passions. Ignite your passions. I feel like a lot of you need to feel that all at once, because this indecisiveness that you're feeling is kind of clouding your judgment a little bit. This disappointment of how things turned out and are turning out, or how they will turn out, is going to bring this disappointment. You know, and I feel like it's like that parental disappointment, right? Like, I'm really disappointed in you. It's like, I just didn't expect this. It's that kind of disappointment. Like, I didn't expect this from you, right? And you tried to turn the other cheek, and you tried to look away, and you tried not to listen to the gossip, and you tried not to listen to, well, guess what happened? Guess what I saw? You know, you want it to be that Taurus, like, I don't care about what you saw. I have to find out for myself. And now that you found out for yourself, you're like, well, damn. They were right after all. A lot of my earth signs are just exhausted. Listen, so you have the 3 of Wands, and I have here the 4 of Swords with the 2 of Cups. And really, there's something about this collaboration and this partnership that has just worn you out. And maybe that's where this is coming in, because this is in your emotional space. There's something about this partnership that has just worn you down and worn you out. And you're just like, I'm tired of this. Right? I really get that for you, which is encouraging you to really leave. That's not, you know, like I see, and when I see you leaving, Taurus, I see you like going across town to another job, going across town for another relationship, like even going to a different state, going to a different country. It's like, I want to get as far away from here as possible. That's the energy I'm picking up on. Now, when I expand on that 5 of Swords, I get that of the Page of Pentacles and the Hermit. Honey, you have gone within. You're like, you know what? Maybe I'll go back to school. Maybe I'll re-educate myself and go do that thing I've always wanted to do. And some of you want to go back to school to be like a therapist, right? To be like a teacher, to be like a philosopher. Like I see you want to go back and get away from what it is you've been doing. I want to see how this turns out. Now, when I expand on that 10 of Pentacles, I have that of the 7 of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. Up with this shit I will not put. It's all this tomfoolery that has really shook the stability that you thought you had. And I don't see this knight really necessarily making an offer. I see you offering your services elsewhere. I see you offering your heart to someone else. I see you offering, you know, your love, your devotion, your loyalty to someone or something that deserves it more. I've been feeling this for a long time for you, Taurus. You've been going through this emotional, like, roller coaster for, I want to say, half the year. Now, when I expand on your sun energy, okie dokie, yep, okie dokie. Okay. I was a little concerned, I have to say, with this corner. Sometimes this corner is what you were thinking of, right? What you are manifesting. And what I see here, right? This Page of Wands. I'm feeling like, Taurus, you're like, you know what? I need to try something new. I need to try something different. All I know is I need to get out of here. I need to make a move, right? And you are passionate about that. This is that energy of, I need to do it right now. Like, I'm tired of this. And then I have the 10 of, the 8. Yeah, the 8 of Swords with the Moon energy and the 9 of Swords. So you've been having anxiety over what's been happening, over this situation, right? And a lot of it really, Taurus, a lot of it is you really going deep into your mind. Like, I'm not saying that the situations aren't true and they're not valid, but the more you think about them, the more you add on to it, right? The more offended you become, the worse the situation seems to be. So you create all this anxiety, and it turns into like this big cloud of disappointment, right? It turns into something bigger than what it is. And sweetness, when we are in this kind of energy, we start manifesting this. Let's ding dong dead it, okay? Let's really focus on that crown chakra, that light 6 inches above your crown, that gold energy, and wipe all this out. Because really, this is all mind stuff. This is all stuff that you are thinking about, that you are bringing into your energy. This is also energy of encouraging you to meditate, right? And this is going to really help clear that energy as well. Let's clear that energy as well, right, Taurus? Because what I see, we have the Magician, you saw that. And then we have the King of Wands, right? More fire energy, more cardinal energy, more go out and get them energy. With the 4 of Cups, interestingly enough, 4 of Cups always, it means 2 things for me. And in this case, I think I'm picking up on, you know, being grateful. Like you have more glasses full than you do empty. Don't sit in this energy so much that you don't see the blessings that you actually have. Don't always assume that the grass is greener on the other side until you really evaluate what's in front of you and these blessings that are right there. And then I also feel another energy of, this is the only card that gives me time frames. Like, you know, it's 4 weeks, 4 days, 4 months. 4 weeks, 4 days, 4 months. We may see a transition in relationship, job, career, right? So 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months is what I'm feeling here. Let me know in the comments, right? Even if it's 4 months later. And then I have that of the King of Pentacles. And this is an energy of knowing how to deal with our finances, right? And I feel like, Taurus, that I want to say in the past 2 or 3 years, you've really gotten good about not only managing your money, but understanding how your money works. So I think that's important to see in your ego energy. And that's going to be important for you to hang on to as you are also transitioning, if you so choose to do so. That you should not worry so much about your money because you've learned so much over the past years that you know how to finagle it. You know how to make it work, okay? Now, yeah. All right, I'm being drawn to this other energy for you, Taurus. And this is also coming from the ancestral deck, and it is the shape shifter. And if you read the bottom of this card, it says transform and unveil your gifts. And I'm seeing that with the Page of Pentacles. I'm seeing that with the Hermit card. And I'm seeing that with the Three of Wands, to where you are moving passionately forward to something else, to somewhere else, to someone else. And I know some of you cross watchers are going to put some dislikes. So you're like, you know what? My Taurus man ain't leaving me. Maybe it's just a new job, okay? Maybe it's just a new job. All right, so let's expand on your immediate present, my lovies. Did I expand on that for you? I don't think I did. You know what? So the first cards that I drew for you that flanks your Two of Swords is that of the Knight of Swords, right? This is the Truth Seeker. And then we have that of the Ten of Cups. And this is the ultimate happiness. We're talking about the Ten of Cups, by golly. In order for you to get to this Ten of Cups, you got to seek this truth. And this truth lies with you. You already know what's going on within your immediate atmosphere. What are you going to do? Really, it seems... Listen, we are in that year, and I'm picking up on that for a majority of us, right? Especially you earth signs. It's almost like the universe is saying, pick a side. Pick a side. But it's so granular that it's about you. It's not about politics. It's not about your job. It's not about your relationship. It's about you. What's your truth? Right? How are you going to get to your happiness? And the only way you're going to know that and seek that is knowing your truth. And the only way you're actually going to get to your truth is if you connect with Source. And I just made a mess. So let's do some expansion. Okay, so I definitely see some Leo energy here, some Capricorn energy here for sure. And I also see us going into a new cycle, depending on your choice. When I expand on that King of Swords, and you know, the King of Swords is all about truth, right? And I'm also picking up on like attorney, law enforcement, things like that too. So I don't know if that means something to some of you Taurans. And I expanded on that and got these Six of Pentacles along with the World card, right? What are you given to the universe, or are you taken from the universe? Whatever it is, this new cycle is going to start for you. What do you want this new cycle to be? And it's a new cycle because it's coming up in your immediate present. And it's going to be based on some decisions that you make, based on the decisions that, based on the information that you have. It's going to be a new cycle. Is it going to be a new cycle of you going back to school? Is it going to be a new cycle of you starting a new job? Is it going to be a new cycle of you just putting up with the same old stuff? Right? Who wants to do that cycle to where you just keep going round and round and round and round? You have a choice. I see it. Some of you are going to make a choice to leave, to walk towards what's here. We've talked about this before, Taurus. Taurus, it is difficult. You can't breathe in an area that does not resonate with you. What are you walking towards? This is the most beautiful card in the deck, and it is in your immediate present. Whatever it is you're walking towards, whatever your heart is telling you, wherever your heart is directing you to go, whatever this relationship that you're having with spirit, right? There is no surprise that bright gold color is also the same as that bright golden sun. I don't believe in coincidences. Now, when I expand on that Two of Swords, I have that of the Six of Wands, the Six of Swords, and that of the Devil. Again, it's about choices, right? About a personal choice specifically for you, Taurus. Do you choose to keep that chain wrapped around your neck? You're like, you know what? I'm going to stay in this cycle and I'm going to keep doing it. I'm sure it's going to get better. I'm sure. How many times have you told yourself, I'm sure it's going to get better, and it didn't, right? How many times have you done that and you're like, you know what? I'm sure the waters will get smoother. The only way they're going to get smoother is if you decide to go to the other side. Before they get smoother, go somewhere where people understand and respect what you have to give. Go somewhere where people understand and acknowledge and love your gifts that you bring. I'm going to pull one last card because I'm not understanding this last card that I pulled from the ancestral deck. Well, I do love this. The last card, it would be the Nine of Cups. And that's all about, it's so many things. It's gifts, it's rewards, it's job well done, it's manifestations coming to light. And what I love about this energy, the reason why it is a success card, the reason why it is a yes card, the reason why it's a gift card, because it's things that you've already set in motion with spirit through your manifestation. And once you are so close with spirit, you start understanding that, oh, there's a sign. I asked about going back to school, and all of a sudden I run into this professor at this university I've always wanted to go to. And it's across country. Like, how did I run into this person? Hey, I'm Taurus. How are you? Great. I've been wanting to go to that college for I don't know how long. Really? Tell them you know me. No way. You go to work, you get this bonus. Oh my gosh, that's enough to get me to this university. Guess what? Deuces. It's like all of a sudden, all these things start lining up. But Taurus, most importantly, and I'm trying to get this message out as much as possible, when things start manifesting, it also involves loss, right? It involves loss. I don't know why. Yes, I do. It's so spirit can make room, so you can make room. Why would you want to have this beautiful thing that you've manifested circling around to things that do not serve you, that are not good for you, no longer represents who you are? So spirit's like, we got to get rid of that, right? As sometimes at the time we don't understand it. Anyway, off my soapbox, the last card I have for you in the ancestral deck is that of the broken arrow. And this says, embrace the energy of peace. In the time of war, when the arrow was broken and put in front of their opponent, that's when it was like, no more war, no more fighting, no more killing, no more death, no more endings, just peace. This is the card I didn't understand. And maybe it's not meant for me to understand. Maybe this is specifically for you, Taurus. Maybe only you know. All right, my lovies, we have some work to do. We have some work to do. I am now going to choose your angel card. This is also the energy along with your chakra energy that I hope you've been focusing on this whole reading, that you're going to focus on for November. We also want to focus on this last little gifted word from our angels, and it is that of grace. Oh my gosh, that is such a delicious last little piece to the puzzle. Grace is such a non-physical, delightful emotion, which involves forgiveness. And forgiveness creates gratitude, and gratitude helps us get to source, helps us get to that universal light. Those angel cards are always on time, I tell you. Listen, Taurus, I absolutely adore you. I hope this resonated with you. I always pray that it does. And if you want to see me next month, come on back. If this is something you want to see every month, consider subscribing to my channel. I'd love to have you here, and have a wonderful November. I absolutely adore you.